and welcome to my channel, A Country Life. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to encourage you to create your own August bucket list. Are you like me? Do you think summer is going by way too fast? And when it came time on August 1st to switch the calendar, you just kind of hesitated and turned around? Because that's what I did. I just went off and made coffee and thought, I'll think about that after a few drinks of coffee. I'd imagine that you've heard the term bucket list. A bucket list is basically a list of things that you want to do before you die. Usually we tend to think big. Big trips, big accomplishments, just big things. Sometimes the things on the bucket list can seem unattainable, especially if you're surrounded by toddlers and maybe teens learning how to drive and college students with tuition bills. So when it came to August 1st and it was time for me to turn over that calendar, I just kind of hesitated and I thought, it was like a big bowl of melancholy. It was just poured over top of me. And I thought, oh, summer is coming to an end. What are we going to do to really round out the summer, really feel like we accomplished something? All of a sudden had this thought, I need a bucket list. But why does it have to be this long-term one? How about just making a short-term bucket list, something or a list of things that I can accomplish in August? I just sort of came up with a few categories because once I had a few things in my mind, they seemed to fall into categories. And at first I only wanted to have 4 categories because I figured 4 weeks in August, if I could try to accomplish one thing on my August bucket list a week, that would be good. But you just your mind starts going, and I got carried away. So I came up actually with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I came up with 6 different categories, and what I did is I just wrote my category, my bucket list item on a Post-it note. These Post-it notes I'm going to put right on my big calendar that's on the refrigerator, so I see them every day, and then I have room on each one of these to just write a few notes like, did you call the person, maybe a phone number if I need to call and schedule something, or if I need to check a book out from the library. So I came up with these 6 categories. Something just for fun, something Catholic, something relaxing, something charitable, I'm dropping my sticky notes, something romantic, and something to feed my mind. Under just for fun, there's so many fun things that can be done, especially with kids. We have a reservoir right out our back door, and I just thought, our thing for fun is going to be to swim whenever possible. If the kids say, Mom, let's go swimming, if I have the opportunity or it's at all possible that day, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go swimming. Then something Catholic. About 13 years ago, I was just a newborn. We visited a grotto, and that was a really fun experience. It's just a beautiful place. It's very calming. It's relaxing. Kids really like to look at the statues of the saints and all the Marian statues, and so I've been wanting to get back there for probably 12 or 13 years. So this August, I'm going to call up a friend who lives close to that. I'm going to see if she wants to meet me there with the kids, and I figure together with all our kids, that should be, it'll be fun, but it'll also be just something very Catholic to do for us. Under relaxing, I have a certificate that I got last summer that I won actually for a massage, and Warren had been kind of getting on my case a little bit all winter to call and make the appointment, and I just never ever did. So finally, I'm actually going to call as soon as I'm done with this, and as soon as we're done with lunch, I'm going to call and schedule an appointment for a massage. So that's my something relaxing. So my next category is something charitable. I'm going to visit my mom twice this month, especially before our fair starts up in the end of the month and before we get back into back into homeschooling and everything. I just thought it'd be a great idea to get that on the calendar. Visiting our loved ones sometimes gets pushed off, and so I really don't want that to happen. So I'm going to go once this month by myself. There's a family we'll all go over there, take her out to eat. On my something romantic, I wrote down tandem bike ride with Warren. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that I got a tandem bike for my birthday back in June. We have a little bit of a problem, is that Joseph really loves going on the bike. He loves riding on the back. Not pedaling, but he likes riding on the back. And so if we bring the bike out with intentions that we're going to go, he really wants to go, and so it's just hard to say no to him, because I know he has a really good time riding on the back of the bike. So what happens is that he rides with me, Warren rides another bike, or pulls a Burley and pulls, Maria, and then Peter ends up coming, and it is great. It's a lot of fun. I have a couple trails in mind. I'd like to actually haul the bike away someplace. Not too far, just like maybe within an hour of our home. I have 2 trails in mind, so I'm just going to run this one by Warren and see which trail he'd like to do that'll fit for something romantic. My last category is something to feed my mind. I have actually 2 books on this list. I've actually been reading quite a few fiction books this summer. It's been fun and entertaining. For this month, I would like to focus on something a little bit more intellectual, I guess. And so I've had a book about St. Monica. A friend gave it to me maybe 4 years ago. I don't even know, and it's still sitting on my shelf, so I'd really like to read that. It's just a tiny little book. Just a second. So here's the book, St. Monica. As you can tell, it's just a little tiny book. It shouldn't take long to get through. So I also ran across a book about storytelling, and I'd like to read that book. I'll put a link in the description below once I actually get the name of that title. I have to look it up again. I'm hoping to place a hold on it through the library. So here's my pile of sticky notes. I'm just going to put these on the calendar in order to help remind me of the things that are on my August bucket list. I encourage you to pull out your own pile of sticky notes, come up with some categories, use mine if you need to, and start planning your August bucket list. It's not too late, so there's plenty of time left to create a plan and make it happen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you've already thought of a few things to put on your bucket list, share in the comments. It would be really fun to read what's on everybody's bucket list.